Hello everyone. Let me ask you a soulful question. Can you imagine a place with almost no resources? With a small land area? A small place that is almost invisible on the map? Become the focus of the world? From an obscure small island to become a successful model admired by the world. Today, let's take a look at this country that has created miracles. In 1965, Singapore encountered a crisis that was a matter of life and death. In this year, Malaysia made to separate Singapore for the leader of Singapore at that time, Lee Kuan Yew.
You see, the whole of my adult life, I had believed in Malaysia, in merger.
This was undoubtedly a huge disaster. Singapore was really poor and backward at that time, before independence. There were about 1 million people living on the island, and 2/3 of them were crowded in slums like sardine cans. Imagine small and dark rooms, with poor hygiene, with the whole family crowded together. The hardship of life was beyond imagination. Walking on the street, opium dens were everywhere. It not only devours people's health and wealth, but also seriously erodes the foundation of society. Meanwhile, the unemployment rate is high. A large number of people can't find jobs. Life is insecure. The whole society is filled with despair. Racial conflicts also frequently break out. There are many conflicts between different races. Violent incidents occur frequently. Social order is chaotic. After the British Army that had long ruled here withdrew, the economic pillar of Singapore collapsed instantly. It has achieved an incredible transformation. From a country that was considered hopeless, it has become one of the richest countries in the world. Today, Singapore is among the top in the world, and per capita GDP is beyond the reach of many countries. It has become an important hub for international trade. Merchant ships from all over the world come and go here, and the port is busy in the field of technological innovation. Singapore has also achieved remarkable results. Many technology enterprises have thrived here, constantly promoting technological progress and innovation. Even the passport of Singapore is at the top level in the world. The Singapore passport allows visa-free access to many countries and regions. Behind this earth-shaking reversal, what secrets are hidden behind it? Singapore has achieved such remarkable achievements today. Lee Kuan Yew's leadership is definitely the most crucial factor. This person has extraordinary foresight and courage, and decisive decisions. As early as the early days of the founding of the country, he keenly perceived that the only resource Singapore could rely on was people. So he made up his mind to maximize the potential of human resources and trade. It is located precisely the Golden Waterway between Asia and Europe. It is an important sea passage connecting East and West. As early as 1819, the British had a unique vision and saw the potential of this place and established a colony here. The British at that time already realized that Singapore, with its superior geographical location, had great potential in trade. But Lee Kuan Yew knew clearly, good location was not enough. He needed supporting policies to attract resources. So he decisively introduced a series of attractive investment promotion policies. In terms of taxation, implemented a very generous tax exemption policy for those enterprises that came to invest. They were given a considerable tax-free period. This made many companies tempted. In terms of administrative approval procedures, the process is greatly simplified. The originally complicated approval process has been greatly simplified. The time for enterprises to handle various procedures is greatly shortened, which improves the efficiency. The purpose is to create a stable and relaxed business environment, to allow enterprises to produce and operate with peace of mind. With this series of punches, the effect is immediate. For Singapore's economic takeoff has injected a steady stream of strong momentum. The second key measure is to firmly focus on education. Lee Kuan Yew always believed in a concept that education should not be neglected even in poverty. In his opinion, education is the foundation of national development and the key to cultivating talents. So he led the introduction of a unique streaming education system. This system classifies students according to their grades and cultivates students with excellent grades and strong learning ability to elite schools receive a better and more comprehensive education to lay the foundation for them to become leaders in various fields. and students with relatively poor grades will not be ignored. They can receive professional technical training and learn a practical skill so that they can find a place in society in the future. To ensure the quality of education, the government has invested a lot of money in education. On the one hand, it vigorously cultivates excellent teachers, providing generous treatment, attracting many highly educated and high-quality talents to the education industry. These teachers not only have high teaching standards, but also have advanced educational concepts and can teach students according to their aptitude and stimulate students' potential. On the other hand, it has continuously increased investment in school infrastructure. So, they decisively introduced an open and inclusive immigration policy. Whether you are a blue-collar worker engaged in manual labor or a white-collar elite with a high degree in skills, as long as you have a skill and can contribute to Singapore's development, Singapore warmly welcomes you. Once the policy was introduced, it has been effective. A large number of talents poured into Singapore from all over the world. These immigrants not only filled the gap in Singapore's labor shortage, but also brought diverse cultures and innovative thinking. However, this policy has also caused some new contradictions. Many local residents complain that the large influx of foreigners has taken away their jobs. In the job market, competition has become more intense. Some locals face greater pressure, and with the continuous growth of the population, the housing pressure is also increasing. Singapore has a small land area. The increase in population has made housing in short supply. House prices have soared. Many locals were already under pressure to buy houses, which makes it worse. Many locals naturally feel dissatisfied. When it comes to housing issues, has always been a long-standing headache for Singapore. Singapore has a small land area and high population density. The limited land resources and the large population are very prominent. To solve the housing problem of the people, the government launched a public housing policy. The original intention of this policy is good, aiming to let every Singaporean can have a home of their own. The government invested a lot of money to build public housing on a large scale. The prices of these houses are relatively low and complete supporting facilities, providing housing security for many low and middle-income families. In terms of age restrictions, there are certain requirements for public housing applications. Singles must be at least 35 years old to apply. If applying with parents, there is no age limit when applying for a family. The main applicant usually needs to be 21 and at least one immediate family member to ensure the stability of the family structure. But the reality is cruel. Although the government is fully accelerating the speed of housing construction due to the rapid population growth, and the demand for housing continues to be strong, it is still difficult to meet the rapidly growing housing demand, especially in the second-hand housing market. The malicious speculation of some speculators makes the price of public housing unaffordable. Many young people need to buy a house, need to bear heavy mortgage loans. The living pressure is huge, and even affects their fertility. Yes, Singapore now has one of the lowest fertility rates in the world, even lower than Japan, which is known for its low fertility rate. Many young people have no choice but to say, the cost of raising children is too high. From children's education, medical care to daily expenses, each one requires a large amount of financial input. They can't afford to raise children. To cope with the severe problem of population aging, Singapore has to continuously introduce immigrants. It hopes to increase the population, to ease the labor shortage, and the pressure of population aging. However, which further exacerbated the dissatisfaction of locals. They feel that their living space is squeezed, and social resources are taken away, and the contradictions continue to escalate. It can be said that Singapore has fallen into a dilemma. It's a dilemma for private residences. There are relatively loose age restrictions, as long as they have the corresponding financial ability. Minors can also buy houses with guardians' assistance. However, in terms of loans, banks will comprehensively consider the buyer's age, income stability, and other factors. Older home buyers may be limited in loan term and amount, may be subject to certain restrictions, despite facing many thorny challenges. Singapore has relied on its flexible policies, has firmly established itself on the international stage. In the field of trade, Singapore fully exploits its geographical and policy advantages. It has established extensive trade relations with countries. Singapore has intelligently managed and optimized. It has been intelligently managed and optimized in terms of transportation. Through smart transportation systems, traffic is monitored in real time and adjusts signal light time reasonably, which effectively alleviates traffic congestion. During peak hours, the subway runs every 2 to 3 minutes, and only 5 to 7 minutes during off-peak hours. And the punctuality rate is extremely high, which is beyond the reach of many international cities. It can be said that smart technology in all fields of Singapore plays an important role, greatly improving the management efficiency of the city and the quality of life of residents. However, Singapore is not only a glamorous side. With the rapid economic development, living costs have also risen sharply. Prices keep rising, and housing prices remain high, which has increased the living pressure of many people. And social competition is also increasing. In this country full of opportunities, everyone is striving for a better life. To strive for a better life, many young people are like a spinning top every day, busy between work and study. They are physically and mentally exhausted. Long hours of intense work and fast-paced life make them feel breathless. To improve this situation, in recent years, the government has vigorously advocated the concept of work-life balance, encouraging enterprises to arrange employees' working hours reduce over time. Meanwhile, introduced more flexible maternity leave, paternity leave, allowing young parents have more time to accompany their children's growth. It has also increased investment in leisure and entertainment facilities and built many parks, libraries, gyms, and other public facilities, providing more places for residents to relax. I hope that through these measures, while people are working hard, can also enjoy the joy of life and achieve the harmony between work and life. In general, Singapore's success is not accidental. Behind this, it is due to the far-sightedness and wise leadership of Lee Kuan Yew, but also the hard work and unremitting efforts. They have created one miracle after another. However, we must also see that this highly dependent on foreign capital and demographic dividend. Okay, that's all for today's story about Singapore. If you have any other thoughts on Singapore, welcome to leave a message in the comments section. See you in the next episode.